The views and opinions expressed on this program are those of the participants and do not reflect the views of BronxNet or the program underwriters.
BronxNet. Your voice, your views, your vision.
Good evening and welcome to BronxTalk, the Bronx's flagship television talk show. A fascinating show tonight, so don't hesitate to call in at 718-960-7241, or you can email comments to us at bronxtalk@hotmail.com, and we'll read those on the air during a future edition of our program. Well, tonight's guests had a remarkable experience recording a music video in a traveling recording studio founded in the legacy of one of the world's most revered musicians. Tonight, not only will we meet them and see them perform some spoken word, but we'll do the world broadcast premiere of the DeWitt Clinton High School video recorded on the John Lennon Educational Tour Bus. We have a member of the young people and their faculty member in the studio with us. So let me say good evening to Ray Patinas. Ray, good evening. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
And also Arva Pierce. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. And Carissa Francis. I want to make sure to get your name right. Thank you for joining us. Mr. Patinas, let's start with you and talk about, this must have been an unbelievable experience. I should probably share with my viewers, I was walking by DeWitt Clinton High School, and if we can put a picture of the bus up on the screen, we're going to show pictures of what it's like. And I saw this huge bus with John Lennon's image on it, and of course inquired, and point A leads to point B, and here we are. So tell me, what is the John Lennon Educational Tour Bus?
Well, it's a bus that goes around the country and stops at various schools and sites, and it makes a video and musical recording in one day. We've
got some pictures. I want to show more of those pictures while he's describing it. So what is inside the bus?
Well, it's the living quarters for the two engineers, and as well as a full recording studio. It's got instruments. It's got screens everywhere. It's fully equipped. I think we heard an estimate that $5 million or so.
You can see that, folks. Can see this is Arvid. This is what it looks like inside that bus.
Yes,
right?
that's what it looks like.
Carissa, it must have been a lot of fun, huh?
Yes, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Mr. Patinas, let's just go backwards a little bit. How did it come that DeWitt Clinton High School and its students were selected to get to use that incredible facility?
Right. Well, I was approached by Andrea Jeffries, who was our teacher center coordinator, and she had gotten the offer somehow. So I only know that she mentioned it to me and was really excited about it, but I didn't quite believe that it would come true. So I kind of, because it was still tentative until almost
Did you have a musical group? We should be clear. You teach English and you teach something called the WIT seminar.
Right.
So you're not. It's not like they went to a music program.
That's right. I think we were picked because we've been working on food issues in our school. We've been trying to raise awareness to students about eating healthy meals. I mean, as you know, the Bronx has the highest rate of obesity in the city. Our class, the WIT Seminars, focuses on activism and publication. So we're really about kind of trying to awaken our student population now to the dangers of eating unhealthy food.
I want to bring some of the young people in on the conversation. So you basically set them up and said, hey, we're going to get this opportunity. Let's create some piece that we can use?
Kind of. We have been working on this issue. We saw the movie Food, Inc. in my class. Had a huge impression on my students. So we've kind of been, having this campaign about food going on. We had several of the students here performed to the benefit of the Bauer Poetry Club for...
So there was a lot of background in it, and then
That's right.
ultimately you took
It kind of came together. So we had some spoken word poets, we had some stuff that was created on the spot.
Arva, did you ever think that you would be part of something like this? I mean, do you ever think of being in a music video or anything like that?
No, it was a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Since we talked about food, it was a hard subject to write about and to make a song and a video about, but it was fun. And, I mean, to do it again would be great, but it was great the first
At least you got that one
yeah.
time. What was it like being in the bus? I mean, were you scared? Were you nervous? Was it fun? Was it easy to work with?
I kind of...
Excuse me, there are pictures of our Clinton students in the bus performing, so let's roll those before we roll the video. Go ahead.
I kind of went in the bus not knowing what we was going to do because it was like clean slate. We went on the bus. We wrote the lyrics, and he formatted one of the people on the bus, Kevin and Ryan. They formatted the song and how we would write it, and then we just got to work.
And Carissa, for you, what was the experience like? Give me some detail. Did you get to sing, or you can see one of your classmates on the drums there? What was that like?
It was a lot of fun. It was like unexpected because I don't really sing, but we did like the chorus and they made our voices sound a little better and they blended us, and it was cool to see how real producers make music, the music that we like to hear every day.
And in terms of putting it together, one day, I mean, was it the kind of thing where they said, we'll be there at 8 o'clock, and then by 5 o'clock they had a video? Is that how it worked?
Basically, yeah. They work fast but thorough, so that they made it so that we all got a chance to give our input in, and it was very relaxed, and it was a nice environment, and we were able to all give our ideas and say what we thought would sound nice, and it happened all in a day. It was really amazing. We shot the video and made the song, and I think it came out pretty good.
Well, Mr. Patinas, you and I of a similar generation, and these young folks of a different generation. I guess it must have meant something to you. I mean, it meant something to me when I walked by and saw John Lennon's image there on Marshall Parkway. It must have meant something to you that this was part of John Lennon's legacy.
Sure. I mean, when I first realized it was going to happen.
It wasn't just talk.
No, it wasn't just talk. It was kind of like being in connection with the spirit of John Lennon. In that I started humming John Lennon songs. It was kind of like couldn't quite believe it was really happening.
Was there anything in the experience, other than we know that, John was very much in favor of giving musicians a chance and all that kind of thing. Right. Was there anything in the experience that directly related to that, other than his visage was all over the place?
Well, in a way, the title of the video, "Make It Better," kind of echoes.
That's a John Lennon-esque.
Exactly, and there is a kind of a speak out in the video of John Lennon. I hear it. I don't know. Somebody shouts it out.
Let's move down. Arva, we were talking earlier. Your understanding of John Lennon's life or Beatles music is.
Nothing.
Nothing. Zero.
I mean, I know he was in the Beatles, and he died in 1980.
1980?
Yeah.
Many of us who grew up with that generation remember that day tragically. It still holds in our hearts. But you don't know a lot about him. So other than this opportunity, this was nice, and you're thankful, but it didn't
really
mean anything more as a result.
Yeah.
But for you, Carissa, you listen to Beatles music.
Yeah, I really like to listen to 60s music and music of that era, and I really like the message of the music and of the Beatles and John Lennon, and I was always interested in what he had to say.
Now, how did, just out of curiosity, this is a little off the beaten path of what we're talking about, how did you learn about that? Was that through parents or others in your home, or did you just find it and pick up on it?
It was definitely my family. There's always music playing in my house, different types of music all the time. And we always listen to like old music from the 70s and the 60s. So I would always take an interest in the music that was played at that time.
Pleased with the way it came out?
Yes, I very much am.
Very much pleased. You're real proud of this piece.
Yes.
Barbara, your thoughts
Yes,
on
it
it?
came out very good.
Did you see it in your mind? Did you see what it was going to look like, or
No,
you
I
had
had no idea. I was just anticipating it, waiting for it to come up so I could see it.
All right, Mr. Patinas, we'll leave it to you to introduce, ladies and gentlemen, proud that BronxTalk and a DeWitt Clinton alum is presenting for the first time on television, because it is available online, and we'll give you the link in just a little bit. For the first time, the DeWitt Clinton High School video produced on the John Lennon Educational Tour Bus. Why don't you introduce it? What is it?
Okay, it's called Make It Better, and it's by, well, they gave us a name, Food for Thought,
Okay.
and
Here we
let it
go.
run.
Let it be.
Let it be.
Let it be,
Absolutely.
as it were. All right, so here it is, ladies and gentlemen. DeWitt Clinton High School, Food for Thought on the John Lennon Educational Tour Bus. Take it away.
Know your food,
Where it comes from?
what's been done,
Whose hands?
what it costs,
Do you care?
about what's been lost. What can you do when you don't have a choice? What can you do when it doesn't matter? When's the light? Put your hands up.
And we can all make this better. We just have to unite and come together. Don't kill the animals, instead save the level. Make a positive statement in life that lasts forever. You can press fast forward, hit play, rewind the pause. Not even a rapper movie would get this point across. So next time you're at McDonald's, think about the cause and picture yourself in a tiny room getting tossed. Yeah.
What can you do when you don't have a choice? What can you do when it doesn't matter? When's the light? Who gets first? Come together, make it better. What can you do when you don't have a choice? What can you do when it doesn't matter? When's the light? Who gets first? Come together, make it better. Mad cow, bad cow, everybody's sad now. They can come to creases, people become deceased. The industry's black, but I won't repeat that. They sit back and relax, watching everyone collapse. Loved ones, hate ones, spare ones, made ones, everybody dying. Who's gonna save us? Not to my surprise, the feds are on the side. A capitalist society where the rich and poor collide. We only got one voice, one life, one chance. Everybody get up, it's time to make a stand. Our lives are at stake and we got a choice to make. Planning for our future, no more living for today. What can you do when you don't have a choice? What can you do when you doesn't matter? When's the light? Who gets worse? Come together, make it better. What can you do when you don't have a choice? What can you do when you doesn't matter? When's the light? Who gets worse? Come together, make it better. What can you do when you don't have a choice? What can you do when you doesn't matter? When's the light? Who gets worse? Come together, make it better. What can you do when you don't have a choice? What can you do when you doesn't matter? When's the light? Who gets worse? Come together, make it better.
All right, there it is. World premiere of Make It Better from DeWitt Clinton High School. So, Mr. Patinas, we're not dealing with musicians, but they wrote a nice little chorus.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. Well, we came in with the spoken word poetry, and that was a big, kind of a big plus for us because students had worked those pieces out. But I think the magic was really made in putting everything together.
and who put the beat together? Now, I know one of the young men, I guess that's Ricky, was on the drums, or did they make the music?
Mecca was the one who started banging the piano. I think she really kind of started off. And you'll speak to her in a minute.
All right, we'll do that. Any last words? What do you think about seeing it on TV?
I'm glad it was on TV.
All right. So thank you so much for joining us. And now what we're going to do is some of the young people in the video do spoken word performances, and that I guess relates directly to your English class. So we're going to have a couple of those performances and talk to them about what they write and talk about. The first one, which I hope you will enjoy live in our studio, is from DeWitt Clinton High School, Brittany Jones. Take it away.
Mad cow, bad cow, everybody sad now. Bank accounts increase as people become deceased. Industry is whack, but I won't repeat that. They sit back and relax, watching everyone collapse. So everyone took a step back and took time to relapse. They would see the reason as to why they're eating food that's out of season. But since this is in England, you can't be charged with treason. Poor little Kevin, he didn't have a chance. Now his mother's fighting hard just to make a stand. E. coli is the child of a cold, dirty factory. If only we knew what we eating, we wouldn't be happy. Not to my surprise, the feds are on their side. A capitalist society where the rich and poor collide. I know the chances for change are looking pretty slim, and the money in your pockets are getting pretty slim. But think of the moral value. Isn't it a sin to hurt the harmless animals, someone in your kin? Will there ever be enough abuse from this place, or will we let them kill the whole human race?
Very good. Congratulations, Brittany. Tell me a little bit about creating that. Is this something that one day you woke up and a lot of people say, oh, I do spoken word, and then they think they wake up and do it, or did you really work on it and develop it?
No, I really worked on it. It didn't take me that long, but I really worked on it. The movie Food Inc., it really inspired me to work on it, and it showed me like how much is out there and how much I didn't know.
And also, apparently, what Mr. Patinas was talking about was the fact that the class has been working on these kinds of issues. Talk to me a little bit about, what you're thinking about from a thematic point of view. Like, what's your intent? I mean, it was obvious from what people heard, but what's really the message in your mind?
Just to get out there and educate yourself more on what you don't know and what you're eating, and how you can make it better, how you can change what you're eating, get healthier, avoid diseases like E. coli and stuff like that, and just educate yourself.
And you use those magic words, make it better, which I guess perfectly relates to what we were doing earlier. Food for thought.
Right.
That's the idea. For you, real quick, before we bring in the next performer, how was the How was the experience being on that bus?
Amazing.
What was amazing about it?
The fact how I was able to see how everyone coming from different backgrounds just get together and be able to talk on one topic, which is so important and people don't really know about. And the fact that everything happened so fast, the guys were great. It was just amazing. Like, it was no tension. It was amazing.
Working with real professionals is an education, and it certainly gives you an idea if you're going to perform or at any test, how you have to conduct yourself.
Exactly, and it's an experience you only get once.
Well, you never know. Maybe you get. She's a great person. Brittany, thank you so much, and congratulations on your great work. Let's bring in the next spoken word artist. This is fun. Isn't this great? Lorena Garcia, thank you so much for joining us. Does your piece have a title, or you're just going to do it?
It doesn't really have a title. It's like a theatrical poem.
Get right into that microphone. Go ahead. Okay, it's just a poem.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Dewitt Clinton High School, Lorena Garcia.
Do you see that? I think it's time. I'm out. I'm finally free. I can't wait to grow up, smell the air, and meet my creator. Wait, what's going on? Where are they taking me? I can't move for I'm so tightly bounded. I can't see beyond my four corners. But they're coming for me. I feel so weak. It feels like I've been here for months. The agony of not seeing her face, feel her touch or the taste of her milk, leaves me enraged, hopeless, and alone. I'm stationed to one spot, muscles soft, bones weak, mind burnt with exhaustion, but they're here. I'm sorry. Beyond that is a blur, but I can see myself being loaded into pieces. The room is nice, table set, but I see different kinds of monsters. Eating, happy. Am I selfish for hating those who consume me? Am I the animal? Thank you.
Congratulations. Step into the microphone while we talk. So tell me about the creation of that and what you were thinking about and all those kinds of things.
Well, when I was creating the poem, it took me a whole week to actually think of the poem because everyone was doing like a rap and I didn't know what to do. So I kind of like stepped out the box and I wanted to create something like original, and like very theatrical because that's kind of my field. So, and then all I thought about was the animal cruelty and how the the farm factories treated these animals, and I wanted to get my message across on that.
Did you study that?
Yes, I did.
You did study. So
Yes.
I mean, this is a great lesson, and I know Mr. Patinas would be real proud of the fact. So it's not just you, like a lot of people think, oh, I do spoken word, so you make up something, but it's based on something you know. Do you do writing otherwise?
Yes, I do writing.
And so this was just another way of expressing it.
Yes.
I have to tell you, when you say it took you a whole week, I have to laugh, because it took you a week to do that, but a day to make a video. And for you, the experience on the John Lennon Educational Tour Bus?
Oh, it was amazing, because I've never done anything like that of the sort. And then the fact that we got to work with professionals and got to be part of the creation of the song, it was like amazing to be part of that.
Congratulations
Thank
on,
you so
on
much.
being a Dewitt Clinton High School
Thank you
student.
so
It was a
much.
great experience.
Thank
Okay,
you.
now there are 3 people going to join us right now. So come on, let's see. This is Mecca, Nicholas, and Dana. Do I got it right? All right, so move around so we have enough room for everybody to get in the microphone. Who is who? Okay, you are?
NECA.
Dana.
Okay, now this is a group, or part of a group. Tell me, Necca, why don't you tell me what group this is and what is it that you guys do?
Oh, we're DNA. And
DNA is the name of the group, okay?
Yes. And we usually sing at concerts in our school, and yeah, we're just.
Go ahead.
We also do like church performances. Well, we're missing the A in the group right now, which is Angela. She couldn't be here.
And tell me a little bit about what you guys did in the video. I'm guessing since this is a musical group, you provided that beautiful chorus that's in the background. Do I got that right?
In the back of the chorus, there was some really nice scales and piano that she had created. And
So you created the piano. I knew I'm getting to the
She did a really good job, and the equipment they had really helped out with that. They had a bunch of programs, I'm not quite sure of the names, but they really helped out. And we found different locations around the school.
Come on into the mic, Don.
Thank you.
Well,
We
they're all
found-
teammates. Let them in there. Go ahead.
We found different locations around the school to shoot the video that went with the certain parts of the music video and the music. So.
So this is interesting to me. So you were really the musicians involved. What was that like, and working in that context? Step into the mic as you speak. Don't hesitate.
Well, in terms of the piano, it was interesting because like after like the second beat we chose, like the second beat we chose was the actual one we used for the song.
Okay.
So it wasn't hard.
Right. So basically, you did it, and then they sampled it and
Yeah,
replayed it.
and then like all of a sudden Ricky started rapping to it, and then like the chorus made a chorus for it. So we already had like the format of our song out, and then Dana started doing the background to the chorus.
Right.
And then I was like, oh, that sounds really cool. Let me harmonize with that. So I harmonized
So
with her.
Dana, step into the microphone. Tell me a little bit about the process. Sounds to me like not only did you go in and make the music, but they let the thing grow and they let you perform a little bit.
Yes. Well, basically, when you hear Britney starts to rap, and then you hear another voices over the song, and with harmony. So that was basically what I created, and
I could talk to you all night, but we got to get our last performer on. Thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for just being great Bronx high school students. Okay, let's thank you so much. A little applause there. That's fine. Let's bring in Ricky Hernandez. Hi, Ricky. How are you? Does your piece have a name, or are you just?
No, Food Inc., the title of the movie.
Okay, go to it. Ricky Hernandez from Dewitt Clinton High School.
Food Inc. I feel the whole world is starting to sink. I'm missing a link. Making money from animals, they're running out of ink. You think the way they're mistreating these animals. If it continues like this, I might just turn into a cannibal. It's radical. How much they get fed. The stomach gets so big, they're walking with broken legs, and I learned what they get fed. The set is a lot of corn. Businesses more addicted to money than teenagers to porn. I'm watching this movie. In the beginning type laws, trying to code the secret code, hitting in the hidden cause. Farmers afraid of karma, afraid to get fired. It's so hard to quit the job, but it's so easy to get hired. We don't see this happening, but it keeps getting harder and harder. Animals getting mistreated, overfed and slaughtered. We wait patiently, food being delivered over 1,000 miles, while the big head sleeping on better money with style. The big head resting his hands in my back pocket, watching the whole process from sea to supermarket. If business is a lifetime battery, never charge, and because of McDonald's, it serves extra large. We don't see this happening, but keep getting harder and harder. Animals getting mistreated, overfed, and slaughtered. We could press play, fast forward, rewind, or pause. Not even a rapper movie would get this point across. So next time you're at McDonald's, think about the cause and picture yourself in a tiny room getting tossed.
Come on, stand up here. We're going to bring all the young people back in. Congratulations. Somebody come around the back. Let's fit everybody in. Oh, they all come around the back. All right. Tell me about this piece and how you created it, or something about
it. This piece was actually a response Mr. Botines asked my class to do in regards to the movie Food Inc. And it was funny because the day that Simon was due, I still had nothing. Like the food topic is hard to rap on, you know, to write a poem.
It's not what a lot of people rap on. That's true.
Yeah. So like a few periods before the class, I'm like, oh, I don't have nothing. What am I gonna do? So then I just started improvising, and like it just started flowing. And when I performed in the class, I was like, you know, guys, bear with me. I wrote this last period, and then I think it came out pretty good.
And here it is, and it came out great. I have a leading question. We'll start with you, and anybody else can weigh in if they want to. Do you eat better now?
Of course.
You do eat better, so you don't do fast food anymore.
Like, you tend to like try to get away from it. After I saw the movie and I did the song and I see people's reaction, like it's a positive thing. Like everybody should.
Give me a specific about what you used to eat or a way that you used to eat versus what you do now.
Well, basically like fast food. Like you understand what's going on and how it's affecting the world, so you're trying to, you know, get away from that. Like I said, it's something everybody should look at.
Right. How about we just give in the studio our DeWitt Clinton High School students applause for a great performance tonight. And I want to thank you, Mr. Patinas, of course, for bringing all the young people to us. And onward and upward. I guess we'll just say, as a way of concluding, because we're going to show the video, I'm just going to tell you that we'll make it better. That's the way we're going to do it. Folks, if you have further comments or questions on anything you heard on tonight's show or anything going on in the Bronx, then email them to us at BronxTalk@hotmail.com, and we'll read those on the air during a future program. Now, a couple of interesting things coming up. We will tell you that archives of Bronx Talk are available at blip.tv. Just search for Bronx Talk. And next week, we'll do the show on charter schools that we had recently postponed. And then on May 31st, a wonderful show we pre-taped. I mentioned it last week about Bronx beer, Bronx soda pop, I guess stuff you probably shouldn't be eating or drinking, and the merchandising of other Bronx products, which are just fine to consume. One-of-a-kind stuff about our hometown you can see only here on Bronx Talk on BronxNet's Channel 67, Verizon Fios 33. Special thanks to Jane Folloro and to Michael and Dina, who really did a great job in putting this together. And now let's go out with Make It Better by DeWitt Clinton High School.
And we can all make this better. We just have to unite and come together. Don't kill the animals, instead save the level. Make a positive statement in life that lasts forever. You can press fast forward, hit play, rewind, or pause. Not even a rapper movie will get this point across. So next time you're at McDonald's, think about the cause and picture yourself in a tiny room getting tossed. Yeah.
Fair ones, hate ones, everybody dying. Who's gonna save us? Not to my surprise, the feds are on the side. A capitalist society where the rich and poor collide. We only got one voice, one life, one chance. Everybody get up, it's time to make a stand. Our lives are at stake and we got a choice to make. We're planning for our future, no more living for today. What can you do when you don't have a